So recently I've been watching a lot of videos on TikTok about translation, and to be honest, a lot of them are complete nonsense. So today we're going to be watching a video and I'm going to give my professional opinion on the matter. So let's get watching.
Give me 30 seconds to show you how to make $20 every 5 minutes, and it's so easy. It literally takes no effort and you can have it up and running by the end of today. So go over to googletranslate.com, select the language you speak, and then select the language you want to translate that into. And when you...
So straight away, just go straight to Google Translate. Doesn't mention anything about being a professional, first of all. And you can use machine translation to help speed up the process. Now, in terms of professional translators, I don't think many would use Google Translate. I don't think many would use actual machine translation in general, but it has happened before where you have machine translation post-editing, where maybe an agency or a particular company will have their own term bases and translation memory, which will be used to help speed up the process, but they still need a human translator to actually proofread it, make sure I's are dotted and T's are crossed. But this video, I know it's a side hustle page, so I don't know why we promote it to professional translators, because translating isn't a side hustle. If you're a professional translator, it's your career. So it makes sense why he doesn't mention anything about professional translators.
Press this little microphone. It's just going to translate everything from your language into the next language that you chose. It takes a second, but now this is...
So it uses the voice to text recognition feature on Google Translate. Now, depending on how clearly the person speaks and if you're in a quiet area, all these sorts of factors, there's a possibility, I would say a big possibility, that this here speaker microphone will not pick up everything that the actual speaker is saying. So therefore what is written may be different to what is actually spoken, and therefore it will be translated incorrectly as well. To even suggest that straight away, I'm gonna guess here that he's gonna say, look, you don't even have to be a professional translator, or you don't even have to speak another language or something. We see.
Great, because you don't have to be fluent in just one language, or really any language. So you can do multiple languages.
You don't have to be fluent in any language, right? That's just a complete fabrication, complete lie. So this is an absolute scam. So you need to have an advanced level to native. Now, native is a debatable term within the industry, but you understand what I'm saying. Your level of understanding within both languages, that's the language that the text is written in and the language that you're translating into. You need to have an advanced level. Now, the fact that he's just saying, oh, you don't need to do this, it's just complete reliance on the machine. This is like this whole thing about AI, at the minute as well too, and just leave everything to up to AI. There's always going to need to be human interaction with these things. A human are going to have to intervene in the process between the start of the process until the product is handed to the client. Particularly with translation, because if, let's say you're translating about a topic that has language that's forever changing or forever been added to, such as technology. These things change pretty quickly. And do you think that the machine translation is just going to know that straight off the bat? Definitely not. These things rely on human input initially. So, just to put reliance on it is just, it's very frustrating because it hurts the industry. There's a lot of professional translators out there that actually have spent years to learn a language, gone and lived in that other country to gain a proper understanding of the differences between the different cultures and everything. And this is just, go on to Google Translate, use your voice to type it in because that'll be quicker than writing, and just pass it off to the client. Who cares if it's right? Don't even proofread it, doesn't matter, you'll get paid. It's an absolute disgrace.
Now here's how you make the money. Go over to peopleperhour.com and then go to translation category. Now when you're scrolling through, you'll notice that most of these are only like 500 words, so it really won't take you that long. And the prices range anywhere from like $25 to like $100. And this isn't per hour, this is per gig. And if you charge less, you'll get more gigs. Give me a like and comment if you like this one, and follow me.
So I don't know about people per hour. I don't know about the website. Never used it. I'm gonna avoid it now. plague. But I hope they have a screening process. I hope they actually look for credentials in here for professional translators. But it seems if it's just like a website like Fiverr or something. But either way, I hope they have a screening process. It says there also as well that you don't actually need. Now, if you charge less, well then you can get more gigs. That's another thing about that hurts the industry. Lowballing for it's an actual skill that people have, as I mentioned earlier, people have spent years trying to develop and everything. And this is just if you pay less, if you charge less, you can get more. Yes, but in the long run, you're hurting the industry. You're giving clients the idea that this is just a pure nothing skill, and that it's worth absolutely nothing. So it is. I mean, I've seen some of those for about $25 for like 500 words, and it's like, well, professional translator, maybe 500 words, and around maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on the complexity of the text. You know, if you're doing that for $25 an hour, that's $12 per hour, or $25 for the whole gig. Well, then that's $12 per hour. No, that's nothing. That's like minimum wage here. So it is. And as I mentioned earlier on, this is a very highly skilled job, and it deserves to be paid appropriately. So it is. So it's very disheartening to see, but look, it's all about how you market yourself, and it's all about how you can sell the value that you're offering to your client. So that's what it is. There's always my people out here doing these sorts of things and telling these lies and giving these scams out, all for views and likes and whatnot. It's pitiful, but that's what it is. So if you have any translation needs, particularly with Spanish to English, Irish to English, or English to Irish, make sure to give me a shout or visit butlertranslation.com. I'll see you in the next one.